right, hey folks, Zach here with Chapman's Brewing Company. Welcome back to the YouTube. It's been a little while since we've seen you guys. Today we're talking about Oktoberfest. Perfect beer for the season. We're going to go over a little bit of the history and then also talk about the two beers that we have for Oktoberfest this year. So I guess we'll kind of just jump right into it. So Oktoberfest is a German-style Marzen lager, essentially, is what it is. Ours is extremely traditional this year, so our grain bill is huge. This beer specifically, we got about 5 or 6 different styles of malts in this. So as far as the malt bill, we've got amber malt, biscuit malt, Munich, Pilsner, Special B, Victoria, and Vienna malts all in this. So a pretty malty beer, but surprisingly easy to drink. As far as drinkability goes, it's not a super dark beer, not a super light beer either. Kind of right there in the middle. It's personally my favorite style of beer throughout the season. So let's go ahead and crack one of these bad boys open, and we can pour it out here. Look at that professional pour right there. All right. Got flies going on here. All right. So as far as the hops in this beer, not an overly hoppy beer either. It's kind of sits right there in the middle, and all those malts really balance out the hops really well. Hallertauer, Tettnang, and WLP 830 is what we use as far as hops go. And like I said, it really balances itself out with all the malts. Beer comes in at 6.5%, 20 IBUs, so not overly bitter. Just a super clean, easy drinking beer for Oktoberfest. Oktoberfest actually started in Germany, I believe in Munich, celebrating the marriage of, I think, the Prince of Bavaria. So it's a 2-week celebration, and it ends typically that first Sunday in October. So cheers to that. Or I guess you should say Prost. So that's our Oktoberfest Marzen. Fantastic beer. This year available in 6-packs wherever you can find, craft beer. So all your local craft beer stores, also available online and at the tap rooms. Okay, so as far as flavor profile of our Oktoberfest, you get that nice little hint of the biscuity and the maltiness off of the nose. And then when you actually, take a drink eventually, that maltiness kind of carries through. And you get a little bit of a hint of caramel at the very end. Still, because it's a lager, it's going to end up being, you're going to get the caramel, but it's, like I said, because it's a lager, you're going to end up getting a little bit of that crispiness, the crispy finish at the end. Kind of hard to describe, but for those of you that have drank, plenty of our beers and beers in general, you know what I mean. You're going to get that nice lager finish. Okay, so moving on from our Oktoberfest Marzen, that's, like I said, available in the 6-packs. The cans just turned out great again this year. We're going over to our new Vaulted series. This is a barrel-aged version of our Oktoberfest from last year, actually. So it's been in the bottle, or been in a barrel for over a year now. The Marzen isn't typically what you would put in a barrel, but we had an extra one laying around, and we thought, why not go ahead and try this and see what happens with it. So we aged for over a year in a Buffalo Trace barrel. This Marzen. The barrel itself had wine in it prior to us using it, so we knew it was going to end up being sour, and we thought, well, the sour brown turned out great, so let's go ahead and give this a try and see what happens. So while I got you here, let's go ahead and pop this bad boy open. And I haven't actually tried this yet myself, so it'll be the first time with you guys. So it should be interesting to see. Sours quickly became one of my favorite styles. Super drinkable. the acidity that you get. Wow. Wow. Super complex. You still get, that nice maltiness to it, but definitely get all the sour notes, and you feel that right in your jawline. Like I was saying, the Vaulted series is the newest series at Chapman's, and we're super proud of kind of what we've done here. You see a lot of other breweries that are out there aging things in barrels, and it's not anything new, but it's definitely new to Chapman's. We barrel aged some stuff here and there, but never really did large releases of them. And so for all you guys that have grabbed the Vaulted series so far, we thank you for it, obviously, but hope you are really enjoying it. It's not the cheapest thing in the world for us to do, so they are a little more expensive, but yeah, bombers are a thing that you don't really see a whole lot anymore. So kind of a cool thing. So all of the Vaulted series, they're not all going to be barrel aged. A lot of them are going to be barrel aged, but not all of them. Really, they can just end up being, just some weird stuff that we've got that we wanted to try and don't have a ton of it. So throw it in a 22-ounce bomber and, give that a try. So like I was saying, with Oktoberfest this year, it popped up to 7.7% in the barrel, so it did pick up a little bit of that, of the re-fermentation going on there. And part of that is what, made it sour was it re-fermented and it wasn't, perfectly clean in there. So when it re-ferments, especially with wine, a lot of times they can turn out sour, but the sours are always, you never really know what's going to happen. And a lot of that is that it's really hard to reproduce a barrel-aged sour and make it taste the exact same as before. So definitely came out really interesting. Okay, as far as the flavor profile on the sour. So sours are definitely, they're kind of hard to describe, almost hard to put into words. And like I said, they're very difficult to duplicate and to mimic, especially barrel-aged sours. So off the nose, like I was saying, I get a little bit of that grape. I get a little like Brett off the nose. But you still get, you still know that that there's a Marzen there. And it still finishes with a little bit of crispiness. But again, you get that sourness right there in your jawline. Tremendous beer. Really happy with how this turned out. I don't know if we'll ever do this again. Hope we do. Kind of depends on what the brew schedule looks like. But appreciate you guys stopping by today. I know it's kind of a quick video, but I want to start doing more and more of these videos just talking about the beers that we have. So like I said, I appreciate you guys stopping by. If you want to leave a comment, drop a like, subscribe to the page. You'll get more of these. And then I'm going to go ahead and send this video out with the email probably either on Friday or probably on Monday morning. So appreciate you guys, and we'll see you next time. So thanks. Cheers.